Welcome, welcome in, welcome in. I have some sage burning. And my puppy is here. Well, you can't see him, he's sneezing. Maybe I'll let that go out a little bit. Anyways, I was just feeling very called to make a video to come on here. Just a very strong desire. I'm not sure where it's gonna go just yet, but we'll just watch it magically unfold before our eyes. Which, by the way, is what following your intuition and guidance looks like. That's how your angels, spirit guides, higher self, God, whatever you want to call it, that's how it communicates with you, is through strong desires, strong impulses. We've just been taught to ignore that, to ignore those parts of ourselves, to suppress our desires. We have been greatly externally influenced to ignore our desires. That, life is supposed to be hard. That you're in school and you're supposed to take science, math, history, social studies, even if you hate it, even if you don't understand it, even if you're a senior in high school and you've just spent the last 8 years learning things that you never actually fully understood or comprehended. That just means that you're bad. That just means that you're no good in society, right? We've been taught that our desires don't matter. We don't have a strong desire to learn history. We don't have a strong desire to understand history. So that makes you bad. You're a bad student, right? I do believe like basics, like elementary school, sure, we should learn how to read. We should learn basic math. We should understand basic science and these things, whatever. But like once we get into high school, if I literally have no desire to understand chemistry, why do I have to take chemistry, right? I did not comprehend or retain anything I learned in chemistry class. I couldn't tell you a single thing I learned in that stupid class because I had no desire. Nothing was compelling to me. Nothing pulled me in to learn chemistry. And so because of that, I didn't understand it. I didn't comprehend it. It didn't matter how many times I tried to study. It didn't matter how many questions I asked. I flat out did not understand it. And for so long, when this would happen to me in school, often, I was very bad at school. And for so long, I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought that I was just a bad student. I thought that I didn't have a place in this world because nothing was calling to me. And it brought me so out of alignment. I was so out of alignment with myself. I had no clue like how to follow my desires because from being in school, the school system for so long, I learned from that life is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to be bad at it. Sorry. Guess you have no purpose here in the world. You're bad at everything. Guess you're not passionate. You don't have passion. You're not passionate about things. That's just the way it is for you. Got dealt a bad hand. I felt that way, and I truly believed that for so long. For so long, I felt as if I had no purpose on this planet. I felt like I had no reason to live because I was conditioned for 12 years of my life being bad at every single subject. I was bad at every single subject. I almost failed out of high school. And then I took a couple semesters of college and I did literally flunk every single class when I took community college. Every single class I failed. And it wasn't because I didn't want to try or I didn't want to succeed. It was just none of it was for me. None of it was for me. And for so long, I thought there was something wrong with me. But really, what I've learned the past 4 or 5 years is that that's not what I came here to do. I came to this planet to do what I'm doing right now. I feel like making these videos, I have such a strong desire to make people feel heard, to make people feel understood, to make people feel valued, to help people feel loved and seen. That is the strongest desire in my heart. To just love people, to have compassion for people, to wake humanity up to this concept that we are inherently worthy. You are inherently worthy. You are inherently loved by the divine. You are inherently purposeful. Your purpose is not in what you can achieve out there. Your purpose is not how successful you were at school or what college you went to or how many degrees you have. That's not, if you feel drawn and called to that and that is what you want to do, like you have a strong desire for that, then yes, okay. That is a part of your plan. That is a part of your purpose. But it's not your entire identity. It's not your whole purpose. Your purpose is inherent. Your purpose is just existing. Your purpose is enjoying water. Your purpose is looking at the sunset. Your purpose is falling in love. Your purpose is sharing an intimate moment with a pet. Your purpose is saying hello to somebody at the grocery store. Your purpose is going for a walk in nature. Your purpose is watching a funny movie. Your purpose is living. Your purpose is life. Your value is in how you live life. Your value is in how you perceive the world around you. That can be tricky because I understand that we have a lot of limiting beliefs that cloud our perception of the world. So I'm not saying that if you have a negative perception that you don't have value. That's not what I mean. Your value is literally just existing and being here. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to prove why you're worthy. Not to me, not to your neighbor, not to your mother, not to your best friend, and certainly not to God, creator, source, universe, whatever you think of it as. Certainly, you absolutely do not have to prove your worth or value to our creator. Absolutely not. In the creator's eyes, you are inherently worthy. You are inherently purposeful. The people that you smile to on the street, the people that you greet at the grocery store, wherever it is you work, whatever it is you do, you being yourself, whether that's being a beacon of light or just an observer, whatever it is, however you carry yourself, that is where your value is at. We don't all need to mold into like one cohesive society where we all think and say and do and act the same way. That's not value. Value is in our differences. Value is in our energetic frequency, our blueprint. Value is in the unique essence that you bring into this world. Every single one of you have a unique essence that you have gifted to this world just by being born. Just by being born, you have already lived out your purpose on this planet. You lived your purpose the moment that you were brought into this world. I promise. And our society has conditioned us to believe because they make money, whoever they is, whoever the billionaires are, whoever the people behind the scenes, I don't care about them. But they've conditioned us to believe that we are not worthy unless we have something to show for it. Unless we are providing some type of service that is giving them more money, that is giving them more influence, that is giving them more power. They don't make any money off of you by just feeling worthy for existing. They don't make any money off of you whenever you wave at the person at the grocery store and smile and uplift their spirit. They're not making money off of that. So why would they want you to believe that your purpose is inherent, that your value is inherent? They don't make money off of you when you believe that you're inherently worthy. They don't gain more access to power when you believe that you are inherently worthy. We have been so deeply programmed by this third dimensional reality. It is insane. It is insane. But you know what? That's okay. We surrender to it because it's not us. And yeah, it makes us heated. It makes us angry. But the answer is not to take it out on your neighbor. You're not angry at your neighbor. They're equally just trying to make it through this life. You're not actually angry at the person in front of you on the highway. It's not their fault. We're all born into a world where we are taught that our value is in what we can achieve. Our value is in what we can do. Our value is in how much money we can make. And we're all just doing our best to survive in this world that makes us feel like shit. So forgive yourself when you take it out on others, but try not to take it out on others because it's not their fault. They are doing their best to survive. People who don't have the same perception of the world as you, people who don't have the same belief as you, and who should be president, they are also just doing their best to survive, trying to make the world a better place from their perspective, whatever their perspective of a better world would be. I'm not saying that everyone's right, that everyone's correct in their perception of what a better world would look like. I'm just saying most people are believing and acting in ways that they think are the right way to act, whether it's just for their own gain, like they are in such a struggle, their life feels so hard to them that they're acting what we would perceive as selfishly, but to them, they're just trying to survive. They're in fight or flight, and they're just trying to make it through life. To you, it might look selfish, but to them, it's life or death. And I'm not saying that everybody's words and actions are right and that no one should be held accountable. That's not what I'm saying. There is a line in the sand where we have to put our foot down and say no. That is not in alignment with love, with unconditional love. That is not in alignment with joy. That's not in alignment with freedom. So we absolutely need to learn how to say no and put our foot down. But there's no point in taking it out on the other person. They're just doing their best. And sometimes our best is not, quote unquote, all that good. Don't you ever remember a point in your life where you were doing your best? You were just trying to survive and you felt like you were drowning and you probably hurt someone at some point in your life. We've all made mistakes. We've all hurt other people. We've all hurt other people for our own, whether financial gain or for our own internal gain of some kind. We've all done it. And it's time to look at our own shit and forgive ourselves and stop pointing fingers and worrying about everybody else's shit. They have their own shit to deal with. It's going to come back around. They're going to have to look at it. They're going to have to look at it, I promise. Your job is not to play World Patrol and try and hold everybody accountable for all of their terrible shit while ignoring your own. It's time to take accountability for our own shit, okay? So that we can cleanse all of this baggage that we're holding onto that's anchoring us into the old world. All of the shit that you won't look at, that you're too scared to look at and you're suppressing and keeping down inside of you, it's anchoring you into the old world. It's anchoring you into a world that you don't want to live in anymore. And that's why life is so painful, because you're in resistance. You don't want to be in this world, but you're holding onto it with such a tight grip that you're anchoring yourself into it, and then you're mad at yourself for anchoring yourself into this world, and you're mad at everybody around you because you feel like it's their fault you're being anchored into this world, when really all that's required of you is to loosen your grip, on resentment. Loosen your grip on old beliefs. Loosen your grip on this old world so that you can, what's the word I want to use? Gracefully enter into this new world that's literally already here waiting for you. This world of joy and love and abundance and fulfillment, it's here. It's waiting for you. It's calling you. It just doesn't feel like a good calling sometimes, because then when this world's calling to you, it's also stirring up all the old shit that you're holding on to you. It's calling to you. It's pulling you towards it vibrationally. But when it starts pulling on you vibrationally, it starts kicking up all of the old shit over here that you're still holding on to. And you can't fully step into this world until you sacrifice the things you're holding on to in this world, the old world. The resentment that you're carrying, the grief that you're holding on to, the lack of abundance that you are thinking you're worthy of subconsciously is all a part of the old world, and the old world is dying. That's why you're being so energetically pulled to the new world, because this world's dying. And this new world over here is saying, hey, life is over here. Trying to get you on track with life, with the real, true, abundant, free, joyful, loving life over here. But first, in order for you to come over here, all I need you to do is drop the old shit. Just drop it. Just put it down. Literally just put it down. I talk about this more in my last video called You Are Inherently Worthy. So go watch that video after this, and I really get more into this concept. So yeah. The new world is already built. It's just more of an energetic place. It's a feeling state. And we are the conduits. We are the powerful creator beings that are pulling this world down into physicality through our actions. No matter how small or big the action feels, they're all the same. There's no such thing as one miracle being a small little miracle and one miracle being like this big life-changing miracles. All miracles are the same because we are no longer using judgment. Judgment is of the ego. And so when we take away judgment, all miracles are the same. So throughout your day, no matter if it's just a wave at somebody at the grocery store, or if it's this huge internal life-changing experience where you've released some of your baggage, they're both miracles and they're both equal. And they're both bringing you closer to this new world. Yeah. We're on our way. It's already been done. We're just anchoring it now. We're just watching the old world die now. Man, I have like full body chills. Full body chills. We're anchoring it. This feeling, we're anchoring it into physical reality. We just can't see it yet. But that's where faith comes in. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. If this video has at all impacted you, I'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe if you feel crazy and want to keep listening to me. Okay, anyways, we'll find out that I'm weird, and that's okay. I'm embracing my weirdness. I'm learning how to be more authentic. For so long, I hid who I was. My husband was making fun of me yesterday. He was like, my family does not believe me when I tell them that you're the weirdest person ever, or that you're like the most dramatic person ever, for fun, not actually dramatic. I just think it's funny to be dramatic. And because I'm realizing for so long I've masked my personality, I've masked these parts of myself because I was afraid of being judged. I was afraid that I wouldn't make friends. I was afraid of what other people would think of me, and I'm just letting this all go now. This is a part of the old world. The version of me that masks my personality, the version of me that is afraid of judgment and is afraid of people thinking I'm weird, is a part of the old world, and it's something that's dying. And I'm stepping fully into my authenticity, even if it's weird, even if I'm cringy or whatever the kids are saying. Okay. I gotta go. I love you guys.